I just got back from seeing Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Oh. And I was really resistant to this film. I didn't read the novel, the parody novel, because I love Pride and Prejudice and I love Jane Austen. I'm a huge Austenite. I think she was completely brilliant in her character development, in her dialogue, in her satire, in her stories, the way she built tension, the way that she creates incredibly likable characters, and I just love her so much. And my concern going into this was that it would have a mawkish tone or it would be making fun of Jane Austen, and I resisted it. Also, I'm not a huge zombie movie person. I've really only seen like I Am Legend and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I haven't seen very many. And I don't know, I'm not into The Walking Dead, I'm not into these kinds of shows. And so I was resistant on that level as well. I thought, oh, is it going to be too violent? Is it going to, I don't know. There's just a lot of things. I went back and forth and back and forth. And then somebody brought up the point that nobody on YouTube that was an Austen fan had reviewed the movie that I had seen or they had seen. And so I thought, you know what, I need to, as an Austen fan, I will take the bullet, I will go see it. And I have to say, to my pleasant surprise, I really enjoyed Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I have to be honest, I did. I thought it was fun. You know, it's not really mocking Pride and Prejudice. I felt like it was more of like a silly homage to Pride and Prejudice. It has most of the elements of Pride and Prejudice. It does take some things out, it moves things around, but I felt like it was kind of in on the joke and the silliness of the whole concept. And I laughed a lot. And I laughed a lot at the scenes that I laugh at regular Pride and Prejudice, but then I also laughed at the zombie killing scenes because they were so ridiculous. And I think they meant you to laugh at them because the way that they were staged and the way everything, it was just kind of funny. I really liked Lily James as Lizzie. In a way, I kind of felt like it was a shame it had to be in this zombie version, because I think I would have loved to see her in a regular version of Pride and Prejudice because she was just so luminous and so wonderful. And so that I thought, almost wish it could have just been regular Pride and Prejudice. This whole movie, I would have rather have it been regular Pride and Prejudice, but it was creative and different. And Sam Riley as Mr. Darcy, I thought that he was fine. I didn't hate him, but I didn't think that they had super great chemistry, and I felt like he was better at the zombie killing than the Mr. Darcy. He was just kind of growling, and he is no Colin Firth, let's put it that way. But Matt Smith playing Mr. Collins, and he was hilarious. He may be my favorite Mr. Collins I've ever seen. I laughed my head off whenever he was there. So that was great. It practically erased my bad memories of Terminator Genisys from me. He was so funny. I also liked Douglas Booth as Mr. Bingley. There are a couple things that weren't great about the movie, if I'm honest. The action is very jerky. It's not shaky cam, thank goodness, but it is very like... And there are definitely some action scenes that I'm like, oh, you could have cut that one out. Like when the sisters are just fighting, or, you know, I don't know, because then you could have had more of the Jane Austen, which is what I like, and less of the zombies. They're also really inconsistent zombies. You know, like sometimes they can like hold it all in for long periods of time, and sometimes they are like back and forth, and I don't know how like you change your face and everything. And I don't know, there were very weird rules to zombiehood in this film, let's just put it that way. Pretty sensitive when it comes to violence and blood and stuff, but they did do it pretty well, where most of the blood and stuff was kind of off screen, and so you just heard like they would like cut off someone's head, but you would just hear this like wet sound. It was like and so that was basically what you got. But I guess that was good. I don't know. It was fine, but it was very silly. And I don't know. I just had fun with it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was silly and funny, and maybe the costumes were impeccable great. The hair, all that stuff was just wonderful. There were some parts of the directing by Burr Steers that I didn't really care for. There's lots of parts where it gets really, really dark and it was sort of hard to see people. And I don't know if they were just trying to get this mood of like, are they zombies or are they not zombies? And again, like the rules of zombiehood was kind of strange. But also, like I said, the jerkiness, and also there were times when it got really kind of fuzzy and you couldn't really see everything. So I didn't really like that. That wasn't very good. And yeah, and they did kind of move things around and change things around and kind of changed characters quite a bit. Lydia's quite a bit different than in the book, and Darcy's pretty different. I don't know, but I really liked the scene where Darcy proposes. That was really cool and different. I just liked it. I thought it was good. What can I say? You know, and it just shows that you think you know what kind of movies you like, but you should give movies that are outside of that bubble a chance, because you might actually like them. And I liked this. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I'd give it a B, because I was entertained by it. So let me know what you think if you see Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And what is your favorite Jane Austen movie or series? Mine is probably still the Colin Firth Pride and Prejudice. Is still probably my favorite, but I also really like the Keira Knightley one. I really like the Sensibility with Emma Thompson. I really like Jane Austen. There really isn't a version so far that I haven't liked. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what you think, and thanks so much. I will talk to you later. Please subscribe to my channel. Bye.